Wagwan guys, it's your girl Choreo here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am a dance and fitness instructor. I'm also a physiotherapist. I am licensed, yes I am, and I practice right here in Jamaica, from which this video is being shot. I am at Tuff Fitness. That's Tuff Fitness in the house. Real tough like, hey. So, what am I doing now? You may ask. Every other week I've been dropping a fitness vlog, a journey to Trinidad Carnival 2023. You know, or sometimes you're in your house and you just go work and you come back and you're like, oh God, what can I do to make my life interesting? And I'm just like, you know what? I've never been to Trinidad Carnival. Let's just go. And girl, I paid for that ticket. Yeah, the accommodations, the costume deposit is made, and I'm now hearing talks about me being an ambassador for a particular band there in Trinidad. So here I'm warming up 10 minutes on a treadmill is what I normally do, 12% incline, come I love to go larger or go home. And over here now I'm going to be working on some range of motion exercises. Yeah man, so if you see me in my last videos, you know, say I like to get nice and warm, blood flowing, tissues nice and extensible and ready, injury free we say, and that's what we mean. So these are quadratus lumborum walks. Quadratus lumborum or QL is a muscle. I'm going to drop a pic right here. Right this so you see the quadratus lumborum or the QL muscle is useful for things like hiking the hip up. So if you've ever done one drop, don't this move kind of look like one drop, don't it? That's quite literally what I'm doing on the floor. So it helps to do things like hip hiking. Sometimes when that QL muscle gets very tight because of sitting for long periods and just not using it, not exercising or stretching like we should, it can cause back pain. I'm not saying it causes everybody's back pain, but it can cause some person's back pain. So right here, I'm just kind of warming it up, getting some blood flow into the area. Like I said, injury free we say. All right, so these next set of movements are back range of motion exercises. So I'm using them to further prepare myself for heavy lifting, particularly as it relates to a squat. Now, a squat is a compound movement. And what does a compound movement mean? Pretty much that you're going to be putting effort through multiple joints of the body and not just one. So for example, if I was just going to do something as simple as a knee extension, just kind of walking on the spot will be suffice to warm up, or walking on the treadmill, increase the incline percentage or so on. But when I'm going to be doing a squat, which is a powerful full body movement, much like the bench press, if you had checked out my bench press video, I'm going to drop a link right here, you would notice that you warm up the entire body, the legs, not just the legs, but the upper back, the lower back, the mid back, posterior chain will be really working in order to help to extend that body erect, help you to stand up from that low squat. And my squats are pretty low. Some people refer to it as ass to grass, right? So, and in order to be able to do these things without injury, you need to be able to warm up properly. And this is how you get the best out of your workout, your efficiency, and, you know, just all around results, man. You know what I mean? Gains. Right here now, guys, I'm doing some hip range of motion exercises. The caption is there, pretty much self-explanatory. These are some squats. So as I've said in past videos, form, F-O-R-M, follows function. So if you're going to be doing a particular exercise, it's really cool, or it's, to me, I find it's quite efficient when you potentiate it by doing the actual movements. So I'm going to be doing some squats, some heavy lifting, starting off by doing some free active, meaning no weighted squats. That's exactly what I'm doing right here. These are continued hip range of motion exercises. You can try them as long as you are well opened in the hips. I like to start off with like a sumo squat, which is similar to the exercise or warm-up that I was doing before this, where you kind of sit down in a deep squat with the knees and the toes externally rotated, meaning pointing outwards. Then you can get into those. And then this here is literally one of the most common ways of warming up the hip joints. You can either do this sitting down or just standing in this lunge position and alternating positions. Alright, so this me definitely want to show now. This belt is like an exoskeleton, and I'm not being dramatic. It's literally my new best friend. As somebody who has had chronic back pain secondary to just lack of usage and decreased gym hours, like years ago when I started studying and just doing a lot of sitting down, that can happen, you know what I mean? So if you sit a lot and you have back pain, it may be associated with some weakness. So anyway, I'm working to get over that. But this has really been helping to support while I get stronger. So you can get them from Tuff. Right here now, I am setting up to do my squats. So this is warm up. That's about 10 plus 10, 20, plus the bar is about 45, so call it about 65 pounds that I'm squatting here. So everything starts from the very beginning. So you don't want to wait until you're actually heavy lifting till you start to really focus on your technique. So even when the bar is absolutely clear, meaning the barbell has no weight on it, you want to start with nice, clean posture. I cannot tell you what you may or may not be doing wrong, because this video, I don't know who you are. If you have issues with your squat, if you feel like you can't get low enough, definitely try to do more of the range of motion exercises that I showed you before. Hold some of those positions, check out some of my flexibility workouts, and that should be helpful. But you must ensure before you start to lift heavily that you get even a second person to look at you, somebody who is learned in gym etiquette, in proper gym positioning, gym techniques, to correct you, because people get injured so easily in the gym from doing poor form. You know, we get them all the time. Physiotherapists, it's like a pet peeve for physiotherapists when people have wrong gym technique and then they get injured. Alright, so right here now, Kamal, my trainer, I'm going to drop his IG right here. He is standing by to ensure that I'm good. Anytime the weight them start move up on either side, 35, so I have two 35s plus the barbell. So this is approximately 115 pounds that I'm lifting. Anytime it go up to them levels there, I normally like to have somebody close by just to ensure that I'm good. So remember earlier I had said that I do have chronic back pain that came about from this weakness in my lower back, secondary to prolonged sitting during lectures, 4-hour lectures and so on. Yeah, so I'm working to help that out. So anytime I'm working, and I advise anybody else as well, make sure you have somebody close by. Don't play hero. Even if you're strong, when you're going above a certain amount of weight, make sure you have somebody standing by. Or make sure somebody knows, right? You don't want a craziness. Let me explain. So I found that, you know how some persons in between reps, they will literally sit down. Your girl can't do that. If I sit down, everything is gonna get cold. My hips will get cold, my back will get cold, and then when I'm supposed to do the squats, I am not effective at all. So like, interestingly, me and Kamal had this little just like a little exchange as to, like, he came over and he said, I'm not sitting down. So I was like, all right, let me try sitting down on one take, because this is one of the things that he will do. He will sit down and he will rest, you know, a moment of stillness, and that works for him. But when I tried it, I was like, no, I have to go on with I have to keep my body warm, and that's some do it, bad girl style. So right here now, guys, I am super proud to let you know that I finally was able to squat 155 pounds, which, look here, that's a big deal for me, because that's 15 pounds over what I am weighing currently. I'm like 140 pounds, give or take 1 pound. And of course, I have my backup. Come is there, ready for help if anything. The belt, don't look at the belt. Ladies, make sure so when you have on your belt, and gentlemen too, that the belt is nice and secure. What I find is that even my belt was a little teeny bit loose. It may have been a little bit too loose, you know what I mean? I agree. But when I breathed in and I pressed against the belt, it tightened up. So the tension, the pressure was there, which is what you need. And there we go. 3 reps. I was so proud of myself, because I was like, okay, are we doing this so early? Yeah, we did that. Big up yourself, coach. Big up Tuff Fitness. So right here, ladies and gents, I'm about to do dumbbell deadlifts. Now right beside, on the right of me, to the right of the dumbbell, you will see some deadlift straps, which I'm about to, in the next clip, show you just how you set them up on the hands. These are just some warm-up sets. I really didn't need them for them. To the right, very quickly, you will see above the caption the muscles highlighted being worked. So as promised, here are the Tuff brand, Tuff, no Bumble. excuse my language, but they really are tough and they really are effective. So what it does, it helps you to be able to last longer while holding on, or your grip will last longer and it won't give out while you are lifting heavy. And it helps you to be able to progress the amount of weights without worrying about the grip failing you, the dumbbell dropping out of your hand, or drop on your toe, kind of craziness. So what happens is you fit them, you loop them first like what I did, make sure it's well nice and secure, and then you strap it right around the hand. So in this video, look closely, I'm wrapping the straps around the dumbbell. You may have to slow this down. It's difficult to film. And then what happens is there's some persons who put the thumb under, but I have learned recently that putting it over is actually quite effective, because then when the grip gives out, then you literally have them dangling and they don't just drop out, because as you can see, the deadlifting straps have them. Yeah. Yeah guys, so in this particular video, I'm showing you again how I wrap the strap around the dumbbell to assist with my grip. I think this particular weight, judging from the gap at the rack right across from me, it's probably the 55 pounds, I believe. So yeah, there we go. And what you see here, while I'm lifting, I'm good, the grip is okay, but it's gonna reach a point where you can see the grip start to fail, because you kind of see a little bit more dangling of the dumbbells around about this point. So you kind of have to look, you really have to look for seats, especially if the deadlifting straps are really secure, it won't dangle too much. But yeah, right there is where it happened, and so I was able to continue lifting without dropping the dumbbells. So right over here, I'm changing my tires. Okay, probably that's not what I'm doing. I am setting up for the very famous hip thrust exercise. Now, ladies and gents, and especially the ladies and queens and gents, the hip thrust is one of those scientifically proven to improve the glutes. It's one of the most effective exercises for activating the glute fibers. By glutes, I mean your bottom, right there, your derriere, your posterior, right? So if you're looking to round out your glutes to get a bigger body, definitely try some. These are hip thrusts. They have hip thrust machines, but you can also create the traditional or the classical setup, which is right here on the ground, put a barbell across your hips. For me, why am I putting those cushions there? Because I have very sensitive hip bones. Even though I look like me kind of thick and them things like, yeah, but still have some little bone and poke out all over the place. 3 particular areas I will not go into detail. Ladies, you know where. So it can be pretty painful when this barbell rubs against the bone, and so I have to really make sure I'm well cushioned. If you've never done this exercise, it's important that you get somebody to show you the proper setup, because the knees have to be angled properly, the hips stacked properly, the back also should be safely placed against the bench as well. So myself, I am lucky to have a trainer. I'm working on at Tuff Fitness, where these people are experts in strength training. So me can just talk and just be like, yeah, my God, I'm safe, but I don't know what kind of gym you're at. So baby love, make sure you look out for yourself, make sure you're doing the right thing. Injury prevention is very, very important. Trust the eye. And also, if you want to, progress par. You don't want to have any injuries slowing you down. Injuries can slow you down for all 6 years. So be safe, not sorry. Alright guys, so this is me lifting 275 pounds. Of course, in order to get it off the ground, I had to call for Kamal. What lucky thing, he wasn't too far away. So he came over quick and was able to help me to lift this, well, to jump start it actually. And here we go. I was able to take over from here and ensure that when you're doing the hip thrust, I said it already, but make sure so you get help. Don't put your back, your knees, your ankles at risk. Like, make sure you do it properly. The neck, the breathing, everything needs to be on point. You can enjoy yourself seriously doing not only this, but all gym exercises. Make sure you have a professional helping you. Watch out for yourself. Alright, so right here I am completing or finishing up with some knee extensions. I also did some seated calf raises, but they're not shown here. I'm gonna be very honest with you, literally, because I thought I was finished after the knee extension, but when I came off of it, Kamal was like, no wait, there's more. And then I had to do calf raises. If you know me personally, you know something like the calf raises, any at all. So I was so annoyed. I didn't even set up my camera. But anyway, these are knee extensions, and I'm gonna drop a little picture to the right of what the calf raises look like. Thanks for watching. See y'all week after next.